Hey, fourth grade, this is Mrs. Bickle. We are in my kitchen. I have some really exciting stuff to share with you. You're probably wondering why we're looking at these little cake pop or lollipop molds with flowers and alligators. Well, today I'm going to show you how to make plastic in your own kitchen. Believe it or not, plastic until about 1945 was actually made from milk. And I'm going to show you how to do that today because it's pretty exciting. So you need some white vinegar and a teaspoon and a heat-proof bowl. Now this is an experiment because it does involve heat that you would need to have your parents help you with. But the first thing you're going to want to do, and I already did this, was take 4 teaspoons of vinegar and put it in a heat-proof bowl. And then over on your stove, I have a cup of milk measured, but I also have a cup of milk already heating up. You're going to want to heat up a cup of milk until it is not boiling, but definitely warm. Now I've had this going for about 2 minutes, and it's warm to the touch. It's kind of hot cocoa warm, but you don't want it to boil. So I'm going to give it another 30 seconds. But the plastic that's made from this is made from the casein in milk, which is actually the proteins in milk. I'm using whole milk. I don't know whether this would work with 2% or skim milk. Whole milk happens to be what I have in my house, but it sure would be an interesting experiment to try it out. So I'm pretty sure this is hot enough. I'm going to take it off the stove, grab it, bring it over here, and pour it into my vinegar. Let's see if I can do this without spilling. Now, with the teaspoon, let me get this back on the stove. With the teaspoon I used to measure the vinegar with, I'm stirring it. Can you see those lumps forming? That's casein. That's the protein in the milk forming plastic. Now, it's still pretty warm, and again, I'm going to remind you that you're going to need a parent's help to do this if you're able to do it at home. But you can kind of pull it out and put it in your little molds, push it down, and eventually you can capture enough of this. The more you stir it, the more it will start to curdle and turn into plastic. And I've done this before, and it will actually turn into a hard plastic you can use. Another variable, another piece of the experiment that you could try if you wanted was to see what would happen if you added food coloring. And I don't know what food coloring would do either. I also don't know what would happen if you changed the amount of vinegar, if that would give you a different amount of plastics that you could get. But I promise it will turn from this kind of curdly stuff. You can even now, it's probably cool enough I can mash it with my fingers. It will turn from this kind of curdly stuff into a hard plastic that you can paint and you can decorate. So it's a pretty simple experiment. Again, it was 1 cup of milk, 4 teaspoons of vinegar. Heat the milk up to kind of hot cocoa temperature, definitely not boiling, and put it in a mold or shape it with your hands once it's cool enough, and give it a try yourself. Your parents have my email. I miss you guys. I hope I get to see you soon, and I will send a photo of my plastic when it is finished. Take care, everyone. Bye.